Good morning, student. Today we are going to discuss chapter 13, ratio and proportion, exercise 13.3, question number 3. Question number 1 and 2 we already discussed in previous video. Okay, so you can see here, this is a question number 3. If it has rain 276 mm, mm is millimeter, okay, 276 millimeter, okay, in the last 3 days. If it has rain 276 millimeter in the last 3 days, so 276 millimeter rains has last 3 days. So what is your question asked? How many centimeter rain will fall in 1 week? Okay, means 7 days. Assume that rain continue to fall at the same rate. Okay, so your question asked, how many centimeter of rain will fall in 1 week? How many days in 1 week? 7 days. You can see this is given. Okay, so first we find rain in 1 day. After this we multiply it by 7, then we obtain rain fall in 7 days. So how can we find the rain in 1 day? So for this we divide 276 by 3. Okay, so in this way we obtain 92 millimeter. 92 millimeter rainfall in 1 day. Clear? So question asks, how many centimeter of rain will fall in full week, means in 7 days. So if you multiply 92 by 7, okay, 92 by 7, then you obtain rainfall in 7 days. Okay, and in millimeter. Clear? But the question asked here in centimeter. So anybody tell me, what is a 1 centimeter is equal to how many millimeter? 1 centimeter is equal to how many millimeter? Okay, 10. Good. 10 millimeter. Clear? So 1 millimeter is equal to how many centimeter? Tell me. 1 millimeter is equal to how many centimeter? So 1 millimeter is equal to 1 millimeter is equal to 1 by 10. Here rain in 3 days. How many rain in 3 days? How many millimeter? So this is given 276. 276 millimeter. Okay, in 3 days 276 millimeters. Okay, so run in 1 day, run in 1 day. Clear? So how you find run in 1 day? Tell me. So 276 by 3. Divide it. You know how to divide? Clear? So if you don't know how to divide in direct, so you can do here 276 divided by 3. Okay, so 3 9 ja 27, 9 times 27 minus. Okay, so 7 minus 7 it become cancel, 0 is also cancel. Okay, and here we bring down 6, so 3 2 ja 6, so you write here 2 and here 6 minus out. Clear? So you can see here run in 1 day is equal to 92 millimeter. Clear? Now we find run in. Now you find run in 3 days, sorry 7 days. So we need to find run in 7 days is equal to run in 1 day is 92 centimeter. So run in 7 days is equal to 92 into 7 is equal to what? Okay, so 7 2 ja 14, carry 1, so you write here 4, and also 7 9 ja 63, 164. This is a millimeter. Okay. But you know the 1 millimeter is equal to 1 by 10 centimeter. Clear? This is clear. So here you can see here this becomes 644 by 10 centimeter. This is equal to 64 so here you can see here thus the run in 7 days is 64.4. this is 0.4 centimeters, or in millimeter you can say 644 millimeter. When you change it in centimeter, then we obtain 64.4 centimeters, because the question told us find the run in centimeter of 7 days. Okay, so you can see again this question. Here in question you can see how many centimeter. Okay, rain will fall in one full week. So you know 1 week have 7 days. How many days in 1 week? 7 days. So we multiply by 7 first week. Okay, so here okay, so here you can see this is given 276 millimeter rain in 3 days. Okay, 276 millimeter rain in 3 days. So first we find rain in 1 day. So how we find? We divide 276 by 3. Then we obtain 92 millimeter. This is rain in 1 day. Now we find the rain in 1 full week. Okay. Suppose rain is continuously. So you know very well 1 week have 7 days. So we multiply here 792 is rain of 1 day, and 1 week have 7 days. So 92 into 7 we obtain 644 in millimeter. But in question it mentioned centimeter, then we divide it by 10, we obtain in centimeter. So you can see here we find here 64.4 centimeters. I hope all of you understood. Let's see next question, question number 4. Okay, this is your exercise 12.3, exercise 12.3, chapters ratio and proportion. Question number 4 here given. The cost of 5 kg wheat is 30.50 rupees. 5 kg wheat and the cost is 30.50 rupees. So first question arises here, what will be the cost of 8 kg? Cost of 8 kg. Okay, so first we find the cost of 1 kg wheat. After this we multiply by 8, we find cost of 8 kg wheat. And here what quantity of wheat can be purchased in 61 rupees. Okay, first we find the cost of 1 kg wheat, and we divide 61 by cost of 1 kg wheat. Then we find the quantity of wheat can be purchased in 61 rupees. Clear? So let's see how. Here you can see the cost of 5 kg weight is given. Okay, cost of 5 kg weight is given. What is the cost of 5 kg? 30.50. This is point here. Okay, so first you find the cost of 1 kg weight. Okay, So here we find cost of here we find cost of 1 kg wheat is equal to cost of 1 kg wheat is equal to 30.50 divided by 5. Okay, so what is the amount we found here? Tell me. We find here so you can see here we find cost of 1 kg wheat is equal to 6.10 rupees. Now we find cost of 8 kg. Okay, so this is a part of question number 4. Cost of 8 kg weight is equal to 6.10 into 8. Multiply it. 0 into 8 0, 8 into 1, 8 1 ja 8, point 8 into 6, 8 6 ja 48. Okay, so in this it means that cost of 8 kg wheat is equal to 48.80 rupees. Okay, so in this question first given cost of 5 kg wheat is 30.5 rupees. Okay, so first you find cost of 1 kg wheat. You can see here this is cost of 1 kg wheat is 6.1 rupees. So we need to find cost of 8 kg wheat. Then we multiply 8 by cost of 1 kg wheat. Then we obtain 48.80 rupees. Okay, this is the cost of 8 kg wheat. Okay, now we find the cost of here in B part, what quantity of wheat can be purchased in rupees 61? Okay, so we find quantity of wheat can be, this is the B part. What quantity of wheat can be purchased in rupees 61? So we find here quantity, but we find here cost of wheat of 1 kg. So what is the cost of wheat of 1 kg is 6.10 rupees. Okay, if we divide, if we 61 divided by 6.1, then we have so what quantity he purchased in 61 rupees. So we find here the cost of 1 kg it is 6.10 rupees. So if we divide 61 by 6.1, we obtained quantity of it purchasing 61 rupees. Okay, so let's see So here 61 divided by 6.10. Okay, so we multiply both numerator and denominator by 100. Okay, clear? So we obtain here by this. If we divide it, we obtain here 10 kg. Okay, 10 kg weight he purchased in 61 rupees. Okay, in this question, first we given cost of 5 kg weight is 30.50 rupees. So we find cost of 1 kg weight is we divide 30.5 by 5, then we obtain cost of 1 kg weight is 6.10 rupees. After this, first question is what is the cost of 8 kg weight? So we multiply by 8 in 6.10, 6.10, we obtain 48.80. This is the cost of 8 kg weight. Okay, and the next question is asked how many quantity we purchased in 61 rupees. Okay, so if we divide 61 by 6.1, this is a 6.1, this is a cost of 1 kg. Here also point cost of 1 kg weight, and first we remove the decimal. Okay, for this we multiply both numerator and denominator by 100. So we obtain 6100 by 610. So if we divide it, we obtain here 10 kg. Okay, I hope all of you know how to divide it. Clear? So in this way we completed these questions. Let's see question number 5. What is the question number 5? This is a question number 5. You can see here. This is question number 5. The temperature dropped in 15 degree Celsius in last 30 days. Okay, temperature dropped means decreased in 15 degrees Celsius in last 30 days. If the rate of temperature drop remain the same, how many degrees Celsius, how many degrees will the temperature drop in the next 10 days? Okay, in the next 10 days. Okay, so you can see here temperature drop 15 degrees Celsius. How many days? 30 days. So what is the temperature? How many temperature drop in 1 day? So temperature drop in 1 day is 15 by 30 means 1 by 2 degrees Celsius. So what is the temperature drop in next 10 days? So we obtain temperature drop in 1 day is 1 by 2 degrees Celsius. So temperature drop in 10 days is 1 by 2 into 10 degrees Celsius. In this way obtain 5 degrees Celsius. Here, this is question number 5. Degree of temperature dropped in last 30 days. Okay, degree of temperature in last 30 days. This is given. What is 15 degrees Celsius? Okay, 15 degrees Celsius this is degree Celsius. Okay, 15 degree Celsius is dropped in 13 days. Okay, so first we find degree of temperature dropped in 1 day. Degree of temperature drop in 1 day. Clear? So we can write here degree of temperature dropped, okay, in 1 day is equal to 15 by 30. Okay, here 13 days temperature drop 15 degrees Celsius. So 1 day temperature is 15 by 30. It's become 15 1 ja 15, 15 2 ja 30. So 1 by 2 degrees Celsius temperature drop in 1 day. So we need to find temperature drop in 10 days. Temperature drop is 10 days. So you write here temperature of degree of temperature dropped in 10 days. Okay, so in 1 day temperature drop 1 by 2. Okay, so you find temperature drop in 10 days is equal to 1 by 2 into 10. It's become 5 degrees Celsius. Okay, so this is given. Degree of temperature dropped in last 30 days is 15 degrees Celsius. This is a symbol of degree Celsius. Okay, so degree of temperature drop in 1 day, so 15 by 30, it's become 1 by 2 degrees Celsius. But we need to find degree of temperature drop in 10 days according to the question. So this is equal to 1 by 2 into 10. Clear? I hope all have understood. Let's see next question. Question number 6. What is the question number 6? You can see here question number 6 is given. Science space 7,500 rupees as a rent for 3 months. This is a rent for 3 months. How much does she has to pay whole years if the rent per month is remains same? Okay, here since paid rent in 3 months is 7,500 rupees. You find the how much amount she pay in whole years, means 12 months. Okay, so we find the rent for 1 month. After this we multiply it by 12 and we obtain the rent for whole years, means 12 months. Okay, so let's see how to solve it. Very easy to solve it. 7,500 rupees divide by 3, and this is a rent of 1 month, rent for 1 month. If you multiply by 12, okay, then we obtain rent of 12 month, means this is a rent for whole years. Okay, so let's see how to solve it. Here in this question, this is given a rent paid for 3 months is 7,500 rupees. So we find rent paid for 1 month. Okay, so rent paid for 1 month is paid for 1 month is equal to 7,500 by 3. Okay, this is a rent for 1 month. If you divide it, you will obtain rupees 2,500. Okay, so she paid rent for 1 month is 2,500 rupees. Okay, but we need to find, so you know very well, in whole years means 1 years, in how many months? 12 months. So we find rent for 12 months. Okay, rent paid for 12 months is equal to, okay, rent paid here, okay, rent paid for 12 months is equal to, you find here into 12, you will obtain here 30,000 rupees. Okay, this is clear. This is a thus the total rent of 1 year is equal to 30,000 rupees. Okay, here you find the rent for one month 2,500. We need to find a rent for 12 months, means whole years, 1 year. So we multiply by 12, okay, in rent for 1 month, then we obtain 30,000 rupees. This is your rent for whole years in 12 months. Okay, thank you for watching. Okay.